XRP holders, welcome back. Fun video we're going to put together. I want to go over a couple things, and this is going to be an interesting comment that we do have from David Schwartz, the Chief Technology Officer there at Ripple, and also Sistine Research, one of the market platform research entities out there, an organization that I do want to look into because they have a very interesting claim in regards to XRP. So if you hold XRP, make sure you stick around to the end of this video, get you guys on your way. And also, if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, subscribe down below, and if you can, give me a follow on X. I do appreciate all the support over the years. And let's talk some XRP, okay? And the best way to start off an XRP video is by looking into the XRP price. Please remember that this is not financial advice. Always be sure to do your own research and due diligence. But since that government shutdown is looking that Congress has reached an agreement, we are going to see kind of what we're seeing today. And XRP was one of those buy low spots. It's not financial advice. I'll never tell you guys to buy or sell crypto. But as we did see XRP dip down to $2.20, I mean, this was pretty much like taking candy from a baby, as we now trade around the $2.60 range. And looking at the day, up almost 10%, Alts having a field day out there in the market. And just in the last 7 days, you were able to grab XRP for $2.15. So give me a shout in the comments if you were able to take advantage of that discounted dip that we did have. And we'll get into the news today because I do think it's all relevant to what we're looking at for the upcoming future for XRP holders. Okay. Before we do, though, I do trade on BITUNIX, and I do have a link down below if you want to start trading with me. 25% bonus to your futures trading account. I am affiliated with them, but this is, like I said, the exchange I use, great interface, and that promo where you will get more of a USDT bonus to your futures trading account. Who doesn't like free money to trade on? So that's BITUNIX. If you do want to check them out, make sure they're right for you, where you're located, do your due diligence and all of your own research. This is not financial advice, okay? But back into it, this is a very interesting statement coming out from Sistine Research, okay? Claiming that XRP is the best looking major crypto, as we have seen the 12% boost in the last 24 hours as the government reopens. We have seen not just digital finance, but also the TradFi world has seen a boost as well. The Dow and NASDAQ are both up as well. And Sistine Research is tipping off XRP as the crypto with the best outlook. Now, kind of find myself falling in that category. This was once a $3.60 crypto that was down, dipping, like I talked about, $2.10 for no reason other than just the fact that it was a bad environment right now for the macro, okay? And nothing really changed except for it's almost just, we were just cut off, okay? We were cut off from having all of that outside stimulus. And it is kind of a very obvious to me, looking at kind of how simple and easy it is to decipher when and how much interest the government and regulatory bodies and institutions are subject to these macro movers, right? Government shutdown, boom, crypto shuts down, okay? And then a lot of people are looking to December 1st, seeing that liquidity injection, potentially interest rates. If we do get a big cut, you could just do the math on that. We've seen that time and time again with what the banks, institutions look to do when you do cut off or when you do add that stimulus of an injection back into all of the financial world, what implications that would have on crypto is just simply the numbers speak for themselves. We've seen it before, and I think that's kind of what's going to play out in my personal opinion. Not financial advice, but December 1st, just within a month away. So one of those kind of milestone dates on the calendar year that I'm looking forward to, okay? But Sistine Research, noting the top crypto, we're going to talk about that, the resurgence, as we have seen a boost. But now as the capital inflow, like I talked about, after the government shutdown ends, is something where you look for the possible price increase. Now, the reason why the banking charter approval resumes, the Clarity Act approval resumes, and the ETF approvals resume, okay? So kind of the take-home post here, the XRP is the best looking major here and the fastest horse off of the government opening news. No surprise there. Expect banking charter approval, Clarity Act, and ETF soon, all which will benefit XRP more than other major cryptos. Now, this is very similar in kind of the message that I've been saying, right? It's good and bad. XRP is reliant upon government interjection, right? They're very dependent on each other. That's not a good thing, but it's also not a bad thing if you did take advantage of it when it did dip below $2.12, because we all knew that the government had to resume. And that being said, That's the result. Okay. So we are seeing exchange demand. That's a huge one. The increase on Binance, the world's largest exchange. That's always a good spike to see. And then also industry, at an institution level. That's where we're seeing that XRP ETF nod, looking for a 20-day countdown coming out from Bloomberg analyst Eric Balchunas, followed by that application, right, from the 21 shares. So going to be interesting to see how the overall crypto market responds to the XRP price responds to all of these bullish catalysts in the wings. Okay. So I do want to also kind of close this one out with a different take, and this is going to be switching gears a little bit as we do look at David Schwartz, okay, the chief technological officer at Ripple, in a conversation on X highlighting Bitcoin's value. Okay, so this is where 1 BTC equals 1 BTC. If you look at your stack in terms of Bitcoin, there's no upside. Don't necessarily agree with that, but if you own 1 Bitcoin, that Bitcoin will never be worth more in terms of Bitcoin. So it's just the stability of value, right? And this cannot be said of stocks in various companies. And you cannot say that a company is not the same as it today as it was 50 years ago, okay? And his actual post was, Bitcoin is not the same now as it was 50 years ago. Well, not going to play devil's advocate, just use some common sense. Bitcoin wasn't around 50 years ago. So that's kind of a fun little jab at kind of the discussion, but has a little bit deeper meanings. And I think that as you look at Schwartz, was one of the original architects of the ledger, okay? And was one of the early on kind of privileged people to watch the early stages of Bitcoin, okay, 16 years ago as we've seen it come into existence, okay? So that's kind of where you look on to how 50 years ago in 1975, IBM researchers created the Data Encryption Standard, the DES, and that was the first kind of, I guess you would say, infant, naive crypto technology, okay, way back when, as you do look into that groundwork being formed. And then also that kind of leads us to where we're at right here, right now, and kind of how that all kind of ties together. So this is an aside, you know, from what we saw from Bitcoin's origin, and then also kind of implying that to what Ripple and XRP is doing. So kind of the difference for all those people out there, the naysayers, and why you'd want to buy Bitcoin over XRP, the maxis versus the XRP Army, and kind of just a little bit of fun into that discussion. So I think that's kind of where you look into the difference in 1 BTC equals 1 BTC versus 1 XRP, in my opinion, does not equal 1 XRP because of a lot of different reasons within a difference between store value and actual having a purpose and utility, okay? So that's kind of what it comes down to, the main differences. But right now, it's a hot time to be an XRP holder. Like I talked about in the entirety of this video discussion, we do have, you know, pretty strong outlets out there, okay? And in this one, this is going to be coming out of Sistine Research that this is the best major crypto right now that's poised to run within the government resumption of duties, okay? So I'll leave you all with that. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Remember, if you do want to sign up with BITUNIX, you can find that link down below and leave a comment. Say what's up, and also give me your thoughts on if you think XRP will be the clear winner once this government kind of shutdown does come to an end and we resume normal duties and normal trading, okay? It's been a trader's paradise within all of this volatility. So going to be taking a back seat, kind of going to go a little hiatus. Just wait till we get some stability. And like I said, December 1st for me is going to be a huge day to see kind of how the 7 to 10 days before that all kind of take shape, and look for a very strong close of 2025 in my personal opinion, okay? So I'll leave you all with that and see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.